Hey, look! It's cake! What kind do you think it is?
It looks like carrot cake.
Ooh! I'ma eat it.
You're gonna eat that.
Eat it.
You're picking it up. Unbelievable. You picked it up off the ground and you're putting it in your mouth. You've got problems. You know that.
You probably wouldn't do this.
It's good.
You wouldn't just pick up some, piece of cake off the street. Looks good, but you're not going to just pick that up off the streets of New York and eat it.
Want some?
But Patrick Miller of Archer International says finding a random USB drive and plugging it into your computer is the same thing.
You have no idea what's in that.
Like the cake, it could be poisonous and make your computer very sick.
Don't trust this unless you know exactly where and who it came from and what's on it and why. Don't trust it unless you really, really have good reason to trust it and plug it in.
Well, you would never do that. Just plug in a strange USB you found somewhere. Except you might.
Researchers put USB sticks around a university campus in a 2016 study and learned that about half the people who found them plugged them right in, some within a few minutes, allowing bad guys an easy way into your computer. But we love to plug things in.
I know everyone wants to plug it in. It's as bad as clicking. Everyone wants to click. It's the same thing. Unless you know where it came from, I don't trust them.
Some people in the university experiment said they inserted the drive to try to find the real owner. But in some cases, the real owner is a crook with their eyes on you or your company's money and sensitive information.
People will take USB sticks with malware and they'll put some brand on them, whatever it might be, enticing, make you want to look and see what's on there, and they'll sprinkle them around a parking lot or at the coffee shop where these employees work.
The bad guys may want to hold the computers for ransom, like they did at hospitals in the WannaCry attack in 2016. Or get inside a sensitive system that's blocked off from the internet, like at a power plant or nuclear facility.
And then the people will take it back and they'll wonder what's on it. And they've been told not to do it, and everyone knows not to do it, but somehow or another it still finds its way, maybe it crawls in by itself, but it finds its way into a machine, and invariably that malware off it goes inside the network.
The attack may come not from a random thumb drive, but from a USB stick you know and love. It could be infected with malware too, from your own computer. Some famous USB malware cases include an astronaut bringing a USB stick aboard the International Space Station in 2008 that apparently infected the Space Shuttle network, according to NASA. And the famous Stuxnet computer worm that destroyed machines at a nuclear enrichment plant in Iran in 2009 and 10, even though the network was shut off from the rest of the world. That attack, which starts on a thumb drive, reportedly damaged or destroyed 1,000 centrifuges and infected 200,000 computers.
Because maybe I'm not good enough.
Yes, you are.
No.
In 2017, it was La La Land. Cybersecurity company Niatron says a worker at a critical facility in the Middle East plugged his thumb drive into a work computer to watch the movie on the night shift. But the infected stick had malware that let attackers steal info and record keystrokes.
You go in and it's a closed network, but it still has malware. That is almost always the case, has come from USB.
In 2017, IBM shipped out USB drives with malware already on them. So did law enforcement in Taiwan.
And let's see what is going to happen.
And this is a test. See how this USB drive, a kill stick, for about $50 can fry what you plug it into. In this case, a TV.
Okay. Well, I guess it's done.
It's not just USB sticks anymore.
Just about anything you plug in by way of the USB port can bring in malware, ransomware, destruction.
At the top of the bad list, your phone.
A lot of folks think that, well, it's just a phone. I need to charge it. So I'm just going to grab my nifty little USB cable here and I'm going to plug it into my phone. I'm going to plug it into my computer.
But the cable doesn't just carry power. It also carries data. If someone hacks your phone, which is easy to do, they can jump right into your work computer. And there's a smartphone bonus, for the attackers anyway.
The phone has an always-on cell connection, so it could have a back door on it that is phoning home to some bad guys.
You just plugged a leaky hole into someone's computer system. Now you are the cake. Other USB dangers, plugging in your digital camera or your kid's high-tech toy, or even a keyboard or mouse from an infected computer.
They're all hackable, every single one of them.
It could be a random hit, some virus on the internet that you accidentally download onto your camera. Or it could be a targeted takedown. Olympus Japan found someone or something infected some of its digital cameras in the factory in 2010. In 2015, digital body cameras for police in the US showed up with malware already installed. If I worked at a company, someone might target me
Yes.
and put malware onto my camera.
Yes.
Then I take it in and I plug it in to the USB port, and boom, I've downloaded not only pictures but malware.
Right.
Why should an employee care if there's a problem with their work computers?
First and foremost is you're likely going to get fired. And if not, you're probably going to get reprimanded in some way, and that'll be a strike on your record.
It could be more than just a strike. If the attack you let happen does major damage, like the destructive malware that killed off 30,000 computers at once in Saudi Arabia in 2012.
Any one of these actions have actually caused some companies to go bankrupt. So you may not just not have a job, you may not have a company to go back to.
That's not good, but you still may have a burning question.
Well, now how am I going to charge my phone, you may ask? Luckily, Patrick says there's a solution.
Use your power plug, not a USB port, to charge. Or get a USB cable that allows only power, not data. Like this octopus. It may say power only, or no data transfer.
If all you need is power, then just use something for power.
You can even use what some people call a USB condom, a special adapter that goes between your USB connector and your computer and blocks data transfer. Check your company's policy for charging phones at work, and use your power plug or special cable when you're away from home too, like at an airport or in a rental car. Because you can infect things through USB ports, and USB ports can also infect you. When you go to the airport, there's a charging area there. Should you plug in your phone?
I don't. I use one of these everywhere I go.
Or you can use one that has had the data pins
Yeah,
removed.
this guy right here has got the data pins removed and only carries power.
Oh, there's malware.
In this episode of CSI Cyber, an attacker takes over an airport charging station, steals credit card numbers and personal info, and blackmails people into forking over cash. It's just a show. But even in real life, public USB ports can be risky. I've seen it now even in taxis, where you can plug in taxis.
Right, no. Just think of it this way. Would you pick something up off the floor of that taxi and eat it? That's about the same kind of mindset.
No, I definitely
Exactly.
wouldn't.
Then I wouldn't plug anything into that USB port in that taxi. Resist temptation.
That's good. You didn't really think I ate the ground cake, did you? Take a look down there. See? That one is still down there. This is a second piece just for this video, just for you.